What was I thinking when I made this? I don't know.
Hello.
Hello guys, welcome back channel. Just as a fun disclaimer, my throat is, well, I wouldn't say it's getting worse, but my throat is getting a little weirder. Like, this is the weirdest sickness I've ever had. Like, I don't feel too sick. It's just my throat. Okay, I've been coughing. But other than that, like, this is such a strange thing. Like, I felt this coming since yesterday. I don't know. I haven't been able to speak too much. I sound weird. Excuse my weird sounding voice for the moment. I'm sure it'll be better by like tomorrow or in 2 days. But today I want to talk about the weird things I would do while building in Bloxburg. Now, I don't have too many... But yes, my bread mall is the prime example of some very, very like odd things. Like this bread mall that I built here like about 2 to 3 years ago. I can't say it's only been 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years is a long time still, but it's been 2 to 3 years since I built this mall, and I'm already looking at things here and I'm just like, why did I do that? So I thought this would be a fun, video to talk about my random things I would do while building. And I'm sure all of us have those moments where like we revisit one of those builds we did long ago and we're just like, whoa, why did I do that? Or why does it look like this, I think this could be a relatable thing, and I just wanted to look at my little weird building things that I did. The first things first, why did I build a fountain, like a swimming pool fountain in the middle of my parking lot? I don't know. I thought I wanted this to be cute. Like, I could have actually just did like some grass, like a space for the grass in the middle, and put...
You can tell my voice is weird, right?
But I could have just made like an area and put like an actual water fountain in the middle instead of digging out a whole pool, fencing it up so people don't drive into the water, which I'm sure people still find a way to do that. But like, I don't know, this was such a weird thing for me to do, especially for like parking lot. If I were to add like a fountain, at least have it on the side or something. I don't know, this was one of the notable things. I need water. I need water. I can't be sounding like that. Another thing I've done is like, just so bad. I'm just maybe this is just a video of me roasting myself. I'm not supposed to roast myself. No, this is me from 2-3 years ago. I think I can roast myself from 2-3 years ago. I don't know. I guess this was just rushed, I guess. Like, this was supposed to be, I remember this being like a PeetahBread merch shop, but all they did was just put these clothes on the wall and then called it a shop. As long as you have a counter and a cash register, it's automatically a shop. I have another thing. Okay, let's go look at the next weird thing I did. Let's go inside because I remember there being a weird thing. Don't mind that it's still Christmas in here. I don't go here very often. I don't know if this really counts as being a weird thing when you're building, because it looks fine. It actually kind of looks okay. But I remember, I think this was before basic shapes were introduced, so that's completely fine. Never mind. I'm not gonna consider this a weird thing. For me to make like this grass thing and put like a tree inside of it, I don't know, it's like one of those planter boxes, okay? I don't remember. Maybe this was before the planter boxes and the basic shapes. Definitely the basic shapes. Be more creative. So I used a roof and dyed it like, green, made it grass texture, and then stuffed a tree inside of here. Like, I think overall this was okay. I did some more over here. I don't know. I guess this shouldn't be considered weird because I tried my best to make like a custom planter box with just a fence and a roof sticking through. It still kind of creeps me out the trees like move like this, even though like there's no wind in here, right? I don't know. Oh, and this flooring, once again, it's kind of like a couple years ago, I had to do what I had to do to make it look decent. Pattern on the floor with the fountain is just carpets. That's okay, right? That was fine. That's not a weird thing at all. Honestly, I don't think that's I don't know why I'm making this video. I should have. But yeah, this was my first ever mall. It was quite the build for sure. Like, these food courts were terrible. Like, imagine how I would do a mall like these times now, because we have like so many new features. Like we have like basic shapes. We have the transform tool. I also want to just talk about like maybe my next big project being another mall or something, like just a fun mall, because I always wanted to make a store, and you know what? Malls have many different stores, and I feel like someone suggested I just completely get rid of everything on the inside and just rebuild everything from the inside, but I kind of want to just go a different direction instead of it being a bread themed mall, which I've already done it. I don't really need to do another bread mall. I want to do like completely brand new mall, like maybe more modern, just kind of practice more with a modern build. I think that's what I'm going to do for my next big project. Oh, what is this? Okay, I don't know. I don't know what this is either. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh, wow. Maybe I just wanted something more interesting looking from the front of this build. But, oh my gosh. Oh, what a weird build this was. What is this, like, that landscaping? That landscaping is... Oh, I had trees on concrete. Oh my gosh. I had trees on concrete. And this landscaping is not it. I don't know what I was thinking. It's crazy. Like 2 to 3 years ago, like, you know, I was like, this is fine. This is awesome. This looks great. And then, you know, you improve, you build a lot. Especially me, I build too much. I'm just starting to notice these things now. My least favorite store in this mall is the Disney shop. Okay, it's the Disney store. I don't know. I was trying to copy like the magical, like blue flooring. Like I Googled up a Disney store. And you know, they had this like magical pathway and this blue magical pathway. It just looks weird now thinking about it. It does not look very Disney store like. I definitely would try to make it a lot better if I did this again. Oh my gosh. Oh, this was before the lights had the update where you could like rescale them. I had to place a pillar and then put the light under them to make it look like they're not floating. Those were the old days, okay? I think that's fine. This is completely fine. Like, we didn't have the option to rescale the lights. If you look at it from a distance, the mall doesn't look that bad, but when you really get to like look at everything, you're just, oh my gosh. I don't know, there's not too much, but yeah, there were some very questionable things I've done when building. Like, it's just weird techniques I would use when building, and I'm actually kind of glad I'm improving and I'm not using that too much. Like, I still add a bunch of trees everywhere, which is fine. I just think it's a funny thing to like go back and look at some builds and see all of the weird things, you know, within those builds that you probably wouldn't do today. Like, that goes to show like you are evolving if you can spot the weird things in your old builds now. So here's like an example of my improvement from that bread mall. You know how like I put those trees in the planter boxes on the concrete? Well, look at me. I improved by putting the trees, you know, and some bushes inside like a plant box with like dirt in it. Because I mean, that would make more sense. The tree and the dirt, that makes a lot more sense than a tree and a concrete. So I'm glad with this build here in my like city, I definitely improved and noticed that. So it's just these little things, but there are some questionable things here in my city as well that I probably can spot. But like, yeah. And then I made this food truck. I made this food truck. Okay. These things right here, these were not originally planned to be here. I just saw the structurals. I put the color and textures on them and I was like, ooh, these look like French fries. So I put them in front of the food truck to make it look like, you know, French fry props. That was a weird thing, but I feel like it was creative in a way, but it's still like, what in the world? You know, it's just one of those moments. And this truck is really janky looking. Look at that terrible structural work. This is understandable because I was a new builder at the time, and I'm sure some people still do this, but yeah, before I like when I was making my driveways, I would just use the path tool and just put them close together, and you know, that would be my driveway. I would just do this and then dye like concrete or something, and I'd be like, yay, I got a driveway. But that was when I first started building, so this was understandable. But honestly, I mean, it's not that bad. I don't know where this video was heading. I just wanted to like make fun of myself in a fun way, because we all have those moments though where we just revisit a very old build and we're just like, oh wow. Like these days I probably will do some more questionable things. That's the thing with building. You just learn and you don't make those mistakes. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of any video idea other than building at this point. But yeah, anyway guys, that wraps up today's Bloxburg episode. Let me know what kind of strange things you used to do when you were building. If you could remember any like strange building technique you did to achieve something, let me know, because yeah, we all start from somewhere. The only way to really get better at building is just by practicing. If you guys did enjoy this episode though, you find it interesting, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up and make sure to subscribe button too, because it is completely free. But thank you guys for taking the time ready to watch this, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Goodbye.